I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I've seen this sneaker before. The upcoming release of the Adidas Yeezy 350 V2 Yeezreel looks like something. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be looking back at the Adidas 350, Yeezy 350 Glow and the Adidas Yeezy 350 Semi-Frozen Yellow. And we're going to be asking that question, which elements of the Glow and the Semi-Frozen Yellow are brought through into the Yeezreel? And which does it look more like? Does the Adidas Yeezy 350 V2 Yeezreel look more like the semi-frozen yellow or the glow? This is the Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel des. Mainichi Yapsuna no de Mainichi Miti Kudasai. Every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews. And a little bit about the butter movement, but we always keep that butter movement stuff to the end of the videos so that we can keep the sneakers front and center. So that's what we're going to be doing. And today we're looking at Adidas Yeezy 350 V2 Yeezreel. There have been quite a lot of 350s dropping lately. In fact, the Yeezy line 500s, 700s, boots and all have been dropping all over the place. And the signature move for the whole Yeezy line seems to be a move towards more color and less earth tones. So it's interesting to have a look at these guys, which have definitely got that more color in them and that yellow feel. But is it a semi-frozen yellow feel or is it a glow feel to that colorway? And speaking of colorways, there's a little yellow and red. No, it's not. There's a little red and white colorway down below that I want you to look at called the subscribe button. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please do. It helps the channel grow and helps us maintain what we're doing here at the Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say in the start of every single one of my videos in Japanese, Toroku yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Shite no akai to shiroi buttonをクリックすると登録できるので、ぜひ登録よろしくお願いします。Okay, so let's have a look at these guys and look at what it is about them which is semi-frozen yellow and what it is about them which is glow, and then we can maybe try and work out which of those two sneakers has more of an impact on the Adidas Yeezy 350 V2 Yeezreel that's coming up. So from a first look at these guys, a whole sneaker look, if we look at the whole sneaker and not go zooming in on any particular detail, what you can see, and this has been a trademark of the Yeezy 350s in recent times, what you can see is the two colors playing off of each other more. In the case of these, you've got the yellow and the black that are playing off together. I did do a review of the Yeezy or whatever that sneaker was called, the red, white and black one, which was really obvious about the way that the colours are starting to play off of each other in the prime knit of 350s. And there's also a sneaker coming up sometime later this year at the start of 2020 from the 350 line, which is extremely colourful with pinks versus blacks versus other colours on there. So it's interesting to see the Yeezy line move into more colourful colourways and away from those earth tones. And in the case of this sneaker, the two colours we're looking at is the yellow and the black that kind of play off of each other, and they're there in sort of equal amounts. And I have to say that that's more semi-frozen yellow than glow. The glow is a sort of single tone colorway, almost volt in its color, whereas in the case of these guys, it's a two-tone which matches the semi-frozen yellow more than the glows. But there are other places where the glows come more out than the semi-frozen yellows, particularly the laces. To me, it looks like the laces have been taken straight off of the glow without even thinking about you know, like changing them or doing something to make them more of a unique colorway. In fact, it looks very much like they're just the glow laces. And because these Yeezreels come in reflective and non-reflective, maybe they did that deliberately because then the laces will have a bit more pop about them and they will glow themselves. But they definitely look more like glow laces than semi-frozen yellow laces. Another place that's more glow than semi-frozen is the translucent stripe on the side. The semi-frozen yellows had that iconic stripe on the side with the SPLY 350, the supply free 350 written in there, which is one of the most iconic elements of a 350 sneaker, which you don't see here on these Yeezreels and you didn't see on the glow. So I think the translucent stripe on the side is more glow than it is semi-frozen yellow. And then getting down to the midsole and the outsole, in color, I think the midsole and the outsole is more semi-frozen yellow, because the semi-frozen yellow to me is a little bit dirtier than the glow. The glow is more kind of volt than dirty yellow, whereas the semi-frozen yellow is more dirty yellow. But the semi-frozen yellow had the middle panel on it was a gum sole. I don't know if I've been able to show that clearly behind me here. Maybe I have. But on these Yeezreels, it isn't a gum sole at all. It's a solid single color, kind of dirty yellow outsole and midsole, which matches the Glow more, because the Glow had a single tone outsole on it instead of having like that two color that the semi-frozen yellow had. So I'm a bit sort of I don't know which is more kind of visible here, the Glow or the semi-frozen yellow. Semi-frozen yellow in color because of that dirty yellow effect, but Glow because it's a single color outsole without that gum sole in there as well. So it's kind of hard to decide which of the two is more sort of popping and more coming out in that midsole and that outsole effect. So all in all, you've got quite a few features on there. The Glow laces, the black and yellow, which matches semi-frozen yellow more in the upper, the Glow translucent stripe more than the SPLY 350 of the semi-frozen yellows, but then you've got that kind of 50-50 midsole outsole. So it's kind of, I would say, there's a balance on there of both sneakers. So there are bits that are semi-frozen yellow and there are bits that are Glow. I don't think you can kind of nail it down and say it's one or the other. It's definitely a mix of those sneakers. So as far as I'm concerned in coolness and whether I want to get my hands on these guys, I know it's a small thing. I know, but the fact that the laces don't match the upper really bothers me. That they're a bit too bright and popping compared to the upper itself, which is a bit dirty and sort of mild. And little details like that are quite important to me in my sneakers. The little details that they take the time to match carefully. I did a review earlier this week of the reverse taxi 12s. And there were a couple of tiny little details on there that just really caught my eye, and actually I forgot to mention one of them, which was that the midfoot Jumpman logo is black on black, which was something that I really appreciated, because sometimes they do contrasting colors in there and have like red on black or gold on white or something like that, where it says Jumpman on the midfoot. But anyway, those reverse taxis had a lot of detailing on them that I really appreciated and really liked, little hits and stuff like that. That was and they took the time to get them right. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of these, is because I just don't feel like they've taken the time to get it right. I think they've been a bit, I think blasé is the right word for it. They're just a bit slapdash. They haven't really put the effort in on this sneaker to get all the points right on it where they could have. So it's a little bit disappointing for me. I wish they'd tried a little bit harder to make the sneaker either more unique on its own, or to sort of to really hold on to those semi-frozen yellow hits or those Glow hits. So so it's a bit sort of lost to me, this sneaker, lost between the semi-frozen yellows and the Glows and all the other 350s that are coming up. So so it's a bit of a no, I'm afraid. But if you have a difference of opinion, you think that these guys are actually the coolest sneakers you've ever seen, let me know in the comments down below. I truly appreciate it when people do share with me what they think about a sneaker, and especially if they disagree with me. I don't mind people mashing it up with me in the comments and let me know what they think. For now, though, it's time for me to sign off on this sneaker, and thank you for checking that out. And a little word about the butter movement, and just a grateful thank you to the butter movement people out there. One of my favorite things to have seen about the butter movement over the last couple of weeks is that not only has Shoe Butter himself sort of gotten back into the game, is the best way to put that, on YouTube, but also on Instagram. So he's starting to drop more often on Instagram. But then other people who were butter movement OG guys out there are starting to come back as well. People who had sort of lain dormant for a while are starting to come out of the come out of hibernation. I'm really grateful to see that. I'm really glad to see that. I'm glad that this tie-up with Shoe Butter and the butter movement is actually leading to some of the OG squad getting back together, and that's probably my favorite thing so far, is to see the energy that the OG butter movement sneakerheads are bringing back to the channel. So hopefully I'll be able to honor that. Hopefully Shoe Butter will be able to drop content more often to honor that as well. But for now, it's time for me to sign off, and thank you guys for checking out my content. I truly do appreciate it. Dropping those comments, hitting that like button, making sure you're subscribed, even the notification bell. All of those things really help the channel to maintain and grow, and I appreciate them all very, very much. So thank you guys very much. But now it's time for me to sign off and do what I do at the end of every single video, which is tell you that I do this every single day. So I'm guaranteed to be here tomorrow, which means that you are guaranteed to see me.